Hello everyone, this is Naveed Malana. Today we are going to start the chapter Atomic Structure. This is the point from our syllabus 1.1 topic Particles in the atom and atomic radius. It means what are the particles or subatomic particles present in the atom and what is the radius of the atom. It means distance from the nucleus to the outer shell of the atom. Learning outcome for this topic are understanding the empty spaces surrounding a very small dense nucleus that contain proton and neutron. Number one. Number two, identification and description of proton, neutron, and electron in terms of their charges and relative masses. Understanding the terms proton number, mass number, atomic number, or nucleon number. Describe the distribution of mass and charge within an atom. Behavior of protons, neutrons, and electrons moving at the same velocity in an electric field. Determine the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons present in both atoms, ions, given atomic or proton number, mass or nucleon number, and charge. State and explain qualitatively with the variation in the atomic radius and ionic radius across the period and down the road. These are the learning outcomes of this topic. And now proceed to the topic number one, structure of atom. How will you understand what is the structure of atom? You already know most of the things about the structure of atoms. Many of us have studied about it is a circular dense ball present in the center and around that there are shells in which electrons revolve. First shell you already know contain 2 electrons. Second shell contain 8 electrons. Third shell contain 8. But if the atom belong to 3D elements, third shell will contain 18 electrons. What is atom? Atom is the smallest parts of an element, which can take place in the chemical reaction. That take part in chemical reaction. It may be single atom or number of atoms. Atoms are mostly made up of empty spaces around a very small, dense nucleus that contain proton and neutron. Yeah, there are proton and neutron in the nucleus. Okay. Nucleus has an overall positive charge. Absolutely. There is no electron in the nucleus. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus in the shells. Next point, let me clear this. Neutrons are neutral as they have no charge, so this total charge in the nucleus is positive. Next, negatively charged electrons are found in the orbitals in the empty spaces around the nucleus. This is the basic concept of the structure of atom. Now we proceed to our whatever. Protons have positive charge and neutrons have neutral charge. That is why. This is our first outcome, learning outcome. Understand that atoms are mostly empty spaces. There is a long story behind the empty spaces surrounding a very small, dense nucleus that contain protons and neutrons. That story was given by Rutherford. Later on, it was known as Rutherford atomic model. Rutherford performed an experiment in which he bombarded alpha particles to the thin foil of gold sheet. Thin foil of gold. Alpha particles already know are helium positive ion. He bombarded alpha particles on the sheet of thin gold foil. As you know, matter is composed of atoms. So this thin foil contains atom of the gold, and every atom has a nucleus, and nucleus contain positive charge. When the alpha particles was passed through the foil, many of the alpha particles pass straight through the foil. Some of them get deflected, some of them बहुत कम मिकदार में that get back to the position of their origin. Let's say this alpha particle bounce back. I will show you the animation for this. Second point was positive charge, and most of the mass of an atom is concentrated in an extremely small volume. We call this region of atom as a nucleus. Uh, electron protons are 1840 times heavier than electron. It means 1840 electron will become equal to 1 proton. That is the reason the overall mass of the atom is congested in the nucleus, which contain positive charge. Next, Rutherford's model proposed that the negatively charged electron surround the nucleus of an atom. as we have talked earlier, negatively charged electrons revolve around the nucleus in the circular orbits. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Let me wipe out this ink. He also claimed that electrons surrounding the nucleus revolve around it with very high speed in circular paths. He named these circular paths as orbits. Electrons being negatively charged and nucleus being densely concentrated mass of positively charged particle are held together by strong electrostatic forces of attraction. What are these forces? Forces of attraction between the highly electropositive nucleus and the electrons revolving around the nucleus. Okay, the electrostatic force of attraction. This is the simulation for the Rutherford scattering experiment. Let us see what will it show. Mhm. Just wait a minute. Let us see. These are the atoms of gold foil, and when we start bombarding alpha particle, let us see what happened to this. These alpha particles are scattering. As the alpha particle approach the nucleus, it gets deflected. Let's see. Let me make it traces. Let's see this. Now observe this as a single atom. Alpha particles get deflected as they approach the nucleus because alpha particles are also positively charged and nucleus is highly positively charged. Okay. undeflection of alpha particles up till now shows that atom contain too much empty spaces. Okay, let us move toward next. जी. Identify and describe protons, neutrons, and electrons in terms of their relative charges and relative masses. ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाते, बस इसको थोड़ा सा ओवरव्यू कर लेते हैं क्योंकि इसकी डिटेल जो है वो आप फिजिक्स में ज़्यादा पढ़ेंगे बेहतर तरीके से. Discovery of electron was done by J.J. Thomson. When these electrons were passed through the cathode rays, electric field or magnetic field, they showed deflection. Electric field में they bend toward the positive terminal of the electric field, while in magnetic field they bend toward the north pole of the magnet, which showed it has negative charge. Discovery of proton belongs to E. Goldstein. Similarly, discovery of neutron goes to James Chadwick. And determining the charge on an electron, credit goes to Millikan's experiment. Millikan's find this charge on electron by its method, Millikan oil drop method. Now, summarizing all these things, discovery of electron, discovery of proton, discovery of neutron, and discovery of nucleus as showed by Rutherford experiment. Atom was somewhat exposed to us. And these particles that were present in the atom are named as subatomic particles. Up till now, there are more than 100 subatomic particles in the atom. What are these particles? Protons, neutrons, electrons. ये जो सब एटम को मिलके बना रहे होते हैं सबatomic particles कहलाते हैं. These subatomic particles are so small that it is not possible to measure their masses and charge using conventional units such as grams and coulombs. इतने बड़े नहीं होते कि हम इनको बैलेंस पे रखें और वेट कर लें उनका. Instead, their masses and charges are compared to each other and so are called relative atomic masses and relative atomic charges. What does it mean, relative atomic mass and relative atomic charge? It means it is related to someone. यानी इसको किसी चीज के साथ रिलेट करके निकाला गया है. And atoms are related to 1/12 of the carbon 12 element. This is not unknown to you. Relative atomic mass is the mass of an atom of an element that is compared to 1/12 of carbon 12. Got it? 1/12 of carbon 12. It means there is a carbon 12. Its 1/12 is related to any atom. If its 1/12 part is related to hydrogen, it means it is one hydrogen. If we relate H2, it will be equal to 2 into 1/12 of the hydrogen atom. Okay. These are not actual charges and masses, but charges and masses of the particles relative to each other. Okay. Protons and neutrons have very small masses, so each is assigned as a relative mass of 1. Electrons are 836 times smaller than the proton and neutron, and so their mass is often described as being negligible. This is the relative masses and charge of the subatomic particles. Proton, first of all, its relative charge is positive 1. It means plus 1. Relative mass is 1. Neutron has no charge, that is why they are negated as 0. Relative mass is 1. Electron has negative charge, minus 1 charge, and their mass is 1/1836 of the इलेक्ट्रॉन। तक के लिए बस इतना ही। नेक्स्ट मिलेंगे, इसी को कंटिन्यू करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। तब तक के लिए गुड बाय।